Hello and welcome everyone to today's lesson. So today we're going to be taking a look at Barack Obama's speaking style, who was the former president of the United States of America. He has a very distinct speaking style that we're going to be taking a look at. So I have a few excerpts here of some of his speeches, so I'll play those and then afterwards we can look at them and analyze them. So let's get started.
And look, I'll admit it, maybe I was a little nervous addressing such a big crowd, but I was filled with faith. Faith in America. The generous, big-hearted, hopeful country that made my story, that made all of our stories possible. Now, lots happened over the years. And while this nation has been tested by war, and it's been tested by recession, and all manner of challenges, I stand before you again tonight, after almost 2 terms as your president, to tell you I am more optimistic about the future of America than ever before. How could I not be, after all that we've achieved together? After the worst recession in 80 years, we fought our way back. We've seen deficits come down, 401ks recover, an auto industry set new records, unemployment reach 8-year lows, and our businesses create 15 million new jobs. After a century of trying, we declared that health care in America is not a privilege for a few, it is a right for everybody. After decades of talk, we finally began to wean ourselves off foreign oil. We doubled our production of clean energy. We brought more of our troops home to their families. And we delivered justice to Osama bin Laden. Through diplomacy, we shut down Iran's nuclear weapons program. We opened up a new chapter with the people of Cuba, brought nearly 200 nations together around a climate agreement that could save this planet for our children. We put policies in place to help students with loans, protect consumers from fraud, cut veterans' homelessness almost in half. And through countless acts of quiet courage, America learned that love has no limits, and marriage equality is now a reality across the land. By so many measures, our country is stronger and more prosperous than it was when we started. And through every victory and every setback, I've insisted that change is never easy and never quick, that we wouldn't meet all of our challenges in one term or one presidency or even in one lifetime. So tonight I'm here to tell you that, yes, we've still got more work to do. More work to do for every American still in need of a good job or a raise, paid leave or a decent retirement, for every child who needs a sturdier ladder out of poverty or world-class education, for everyone who has not yet felt the progress of these past 7.5 years. We need to keep making our streets safer and our criminal justice system fair, our homeland more secure, our world more peaceful and sustainable for the next generation. We're not done perfecting our union or living up to our founding creed, that all of us are created equal. All of us are free in the eyes of God. And that work involves a big choice this November. I think it's fair to say this is not your typical election. It's not just a choice between parties or policies, the usual debates between left and right. This is a more fundamental choice about who we are as a people and whether we stay true to this great American experiment in self-government. Look, we Democrats have always had plenty of differences with the Republican Party, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's precisely this contest of ideas that pushes our country forward. But what we heard in Cleveland last week wasn't particularly Republican, and it sure wasn't conservative. What we heard was a deeply pessimistic vision of a country where we turn against each other and turn away from the rest of the world. There were no serious solutions to pressing problems, just the fanning of resentment and blame and anger and hate. And that is not the America I know. The America I know is full of courage and optimism and ingenuity. The America I know is decent and generous. Sure, we have real anxieties about paying the bills and protecting our kids, caring for a sick parent. We get frustrated with political gridlock and worry about racial divisions. We are shocked and saddened by the madness of Orlando or Nice. There are pockets of America that never recovered from factory closures. Men who took pride in hard work and providing for their families who now feel forgotten. Parents who wonder whether their kids will have the same opportunities that we had. All of that is real. We are challenged to do better, to be better. But as I've traveled this country, through all 50 states, as I've rejoiced with you and mourned with you, what I have also seen more than anything is what is right with America. I see people working hard and starting businesses. I see people teaching kids and serving our country. I see engineers inventing stuff, doctors coming up with new cures. I see a younger generation full of energy and new ideas, not constrained by what is, ready to seize what ought to be. And most of all, I see Americans of every party, every background, every faith, who believe that we are stronger together. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, young, old, gay, straight, men, women, folks with disabilities, all pledging allegiance under the same proud flag to this big, bold country that we love. That's what I see. That's the America I know. And there is only one candidate in this race who believes in that future, has devoted her life to that future, a mother and a grandmother who would do anything to help our children thrive. A leader with real plans to break down barriers and blast through glass ceilings and widen the circle of opportunity to every single American, the next president of the United States, Hillary Clinton.
Alright, so after taking a look at that Barack Obama speech, let's just go back and analyze some things that we saw. So some things right on the surface that we can very clearly notice is that Barack Obama is very clearly a trained public speaker. He is very confident when he is speaking, he has good posture, and he understands how he has to engage the audience. Now, something that many people always notice about Barack Obama, and something that he does that is very different from other politicians, is the way in which he speaks in regards to his constant pauses, whether it be at times of punctuation, or sometimes in the middle of sentences whenever there's a comma or a semicolon. And it's something that many people perceive in different ways. Some people will see it as he is making these purposeful pauses in order to create more emphasis or dramatic effect depending on the scenario, and some people see it as him basically stalling and trying to find the right words. Now, personally, I see it as a very good device that he is using. He is actually purposely constantly pausing when he is speaking, and he's purposely talking in this slow tone. And the reason he does this is because by stopping consistently, you're able to create more emphasis. One's words basically linger in the room longer, so that the audience has more time to think about and understand what you are saying instead of just barreling right through the speech. And it's something that you can use and that anyone can use when they're giving a speech. If there is really no huge time constraint and you can afford to pause and give some time for the audience to think after every sentence or after every comma, you can make a pretty pronounced pause, and hopefully that will improve the quality of your speech, because people will be more likely to listen to what you're saying because you are choosing to make these points of emphasis. And this is something that, as I said earlier, not really any other politician, or at least current politician, does right now. And it's something that's honestly quite amazing, because a lot of people perceive Barack Obama to be one of the greatest speakers. When he first came out as a young senator, he was immediately taken up as one of the uh, top prospects for running for president, uh, really only based on the fact that he was a great public speaker. Like, his skills were so strong that many people, after immediately hearing him, thought that he was already having these presidential qualities. So it's something that really lended itself to leading Obama to being elected in the first place in 2008. And overall, both his posture and his confidence and his unique style of his constant pausing in order to create emphasis are really things that all lend themselves together to creating the amazing speaker that is Barack Obama. Now, with that said, everyone, that is my analysis for Barack Obama's speech. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like down below. Also, subscribe for more content and leave a comment down below on what you'd like to see in future videos. With that said, everyone, have a great day and thank you for watching.